Okay, my name is Bill Dalsetti. I live here in Schenectady, and today I wanted to talk about music as inspiration. And in getting ready for the speech, I thought that a good way to illustrate music as inspiration would be to talk about the Super Bowl 36 halftime show. Throughout history, music has been used to inspire and uplift the United States, especially in times of despair and hardship. You only need to look at during the Revolutionary War, there was Yankee Doodle Dandy, and during the Civil War, there was When Johnny Comes Marching Home. Well, a recent example is when U2 played the Super Bowl 36 halftime show right after 9/11. And so if you were in charge of hiring a band to play that show, you'd probably choose a band that was patriotic, and a band that was American, and a band that maybe had some uplifting songs, instead of an Irish band who primarily sang sad songs like U2. So they had a pretty difficult task at hand, but they rose to the occasion. They started the set with a song called Beautiful Day, which some of you may be familiar with. And if you could go back in time and remember what the feeling was in the country back then, there was a lot of despair and sadness and depression. People were moving out of the city and moving to the country, and it was a pretty bad time. So to start the set with a song, Beautiful Day, which is about someone who loses everything and then actually finds out that they don't need everything they lost, that was pretty amazing. But Bono seemed to hold back, the lead singer of the group. He wasn't really singing with the same bravado that he usually does, so it was kind of strange, that first song. But then the magic started. U2 played a song called MLK, which is about Martin Luther King and his death. And it's a very sad song. But when that song was playing, they started to scroll the names of the 9/11 victims on a screen, very simply, vertically. This massive screen, one after the other. And as they finished the song MLK, Bono did something very politically incorrect, and he chanted some words from a prayer that go like this: Father, open thy lips, so thy mouth show forth thy praise. And he said it 2 or 3 times, which during the Super Bowl halftime show seemed a little out of place, but not at that point in time. And then the song opened, Where the Streets Have No Name, which for me is one of the most inspirational songs ever. And as Bono screamed the opening lyrics and ran around the stage, American flags were waving in the audience, and the crowd just went nuts. He finished the set by opening his jacket. And as he opened his jacket, the scrolling actually stopped and came down like the towers falling. So when the last name of the 9/11 victims stopped, the entire cascade of names came crashing to the ground. And he opened his jacket to reveal that American flag. And so here was an Irish guy playing a patriotic American event, singing about an American experience, and just uplifted the country. U2's music the next day, the album sales went through the roof. And from that point forward, at least for me, it gave me a different feeling after 9/11 that there was hope to move forward. So that's a recent example of music as inspiration. Thank you.